Well, so I'm excited to be here. There's a lot of growth going on. There's a lot of meetings going on. There's just a whole lot going on. But one of my mentors told me a long time ago, he says, "Hey, if everything is under control, you're not going fast enough." And I kind of adopted that philosophy. And so I recently got a hold of my friend Eric, who is the person that Jacob is working with. And we got to talking, and he and I worked together. Well, the three of us, we worked together with a prior company. And in that company, we were selling solar. And what happened is that my team and I, in our first 3 years with that company, we did over 2,100 solar installations. So that's a lot, right? 2,100 installations. And it wasn't because I'm anything special or my team was anything special. I think it was just we focus on selling and building the business a certain way. And when the company has some issues, right? I won't get into that. I don't like to bash companies, but they every company has their issues, right? So they had some issues, and one of my partner now asked me, "Hey, have you considered doing your own thing?" I said, "Yeah, there's a lot of things that I would do different." After much consideration, we decided, "Hey, we're going to start our own deal." So, Build was started at the end of 2023. So our corporation was built at the end of 2023. We had our pre-launch event on February 17th of 2024. Excuse me. So 2 days ago was our official launch, pre-launch anniversary. Give me 1 second. I'm going to grab some water. So what happened is that 2 days ago was our 1 year anniversary. And when we look back at everything that's happened over the last year, it's been tremendous. I will preface this presentation. We're only going to be on for 25, 30 minutes. I promise you it's going to be some valuable information. Maybe the information I'm going to share with is for you. Maybe it's not. But if it's not for you, thank you. If it's not for you, perhaps it might be for somebody that you may know. But I'm going to tell you ahead of time a little bit about what we're going to talk about and some of the philosophies of the company, right? So we are a high ticket brokerage direct sales company. So you may have heard of direct sales, right? There's a lot of direct sales companies out there. It's an industry that's been around for a long time, does almost $300 million in sales per year. But what we decided to do is we wanted to be a high ticket direct sales company. So we have a philosophy that we want to show people how to make, whether it's an extra part-time income, a full-time income, or even a big-time income. We've got people that when you hear the kind of income that they've made, I think that everybody will more than likely agree that that is indeed more than full-time. It qualifies as big-time income. But I believe in the brokerage model. The reason why with my last company, we were able to do 2,100 solar installations is because we built a big team, right? And the beautiful thing is I was closing over 115 sales per year. Average commission is $7,000, but I made more money. Imagine 115 personal sales a year. The average commission is $7,000, but the split commission is 50%. So my cut was about $3,000 to $4,000 on each one of them. Nevertheless, over 100 of them. But I made more money from the overrides from my brokerage than I did from my personal commissions. I'm I've been 24 years in this industry. So we offer solar, home security, water filtration, and we also now offer roofing nationwide. And one of the strongest things that we offer is the fact that we offer roofing done through insurance claims. So the homeowner doesn't come out of pocket. It's paid for by the insurance company. That part is actually really new. Now we couple all of that with the opportunity to build a team if you want to. That is 100% optional. We've got people that make 6 figures a year, multiple 6 figures a year without ever recruiting anybody themselves. So that part is 100% optional. So that being said, I'm going to dive right into the information, and you guys will see. By the way, let me make me a co-host so I can share my screen. One of the things that you guys are going to see is that I like to present and I like to get right down to business, right? I like to go through the slide and boom, boom, boom. I hit the information. Afterwards, I'll be happy to open it up for any questions that you guys may have. But I'm not a person that dwells too much on a particular slide. I kind of go through the information rather faster than the average person. So, Build Network, we focus on building your mindset, building your business, building your net worth. We have a philosophy at Build. If you build strong people will build a strong company. Okay, so we focus on building strong people. So we teach them the sales skills. We teach them the presentation skills. We even teach our people financial management. Right? I'm guilty of this. Where there was a time where I made a lot of money. There's multiple times where I made a lot of money. 5, 10 years later, I didn't know. I didn't do anything good with the money. I didn't have the business savvy, the savvy to do the right thing with the money, right? What are the right investment tools? Instead, the money is all gone, right? So we have something called the Smart Money Club that we educate people with financial planners, licensed CPAs, licensed financial planners that show people how to be smart with your money, because it's not enough to just make the money. You got to know what to do with that money. So again, we are a high ticket brokerage. We've combined 4 high ticket verticals. Each one of the verticals has a huge income potential. So we're going to break that down. So first and foremost, why build a business? Well, I believe that in 2025, first of all, nobody's going to come and save you. But second of all, entrepreneurship has always been a good idea. Nowadays, it's more of a must, right? People are working in the gig economy, right? And a lot of times they're not working in the gig economy because they have to, because they want to, but rather because they have to, right? People are driving for Uber, they're delivering food or whatever the case may be. So what we looked for when we put this company together, we looked for a business opportunity that had industries with big target market and low market penetration. We looked for essential goods and services like gas and electricity and water. And we also look for industries that were going to thrive regardless of the economy being good or the economy being bad. So the 4 verticals that we are in, ladies and gentlemen, is solar, home security, alkaline water filtration, the most powerful, cleanest water you could possibly drink, all made in America, 30 years manufactured in California. And we've got, again, the Smart Money Club, and that's where residual income comes in. So on the solar side, $6,000 to $10,000 are the average commissions for helping and blessing a homeowner going solar, saving some money in their electric bill. Home security, we make between $500 and $700 by securing somebody's home and family. On the water, we take them away from spending $50 to $100 a month on bottled water. We give them the best water, significantly better than bottled water, significantly better than tap water, right? And we make between $1,000 and $2,100 commissions by helping somebody. Then our residual income is paid from our Smart Money Club membership. So let's talk about solar first and foremost. Why did we decide to get started in the solar industry? Well, the size and the timing of the opportunity. When we look at 130 million homes in America are connected to the grid, but 90 million qualify for zero down solar. That leaves about 5 million homes that have already gone solar. So that means that 85 million homes are eligible to go solar. And this is just solar. We're not talking about the roofs. We're not talking about securing the property. We're not talking about the water that they drink. I figured this, if I'm going to be offering a solution for people, I want to offer solutions that make big money. I'm interested in making a big money for helping a customer, especially when the offerings are no-brainers. And I think by the end of this presentation, you'll see that they are indeed no-brainers. Some of the benefits for consumers for solar. They can save up to 50% on their electricity cost. There's no down payments, blackout protection with batteries, right? I know that in certain areas, Texas being one of them, we've got a big team in Houston, for example. Man, after the hurricane that happened in Houston, we started getting so many people reaching out to us saying, hey, man, I need a solar system with batteries. I can't afford for my electricity to go out for 4 or 5 days, in some cases, a couple of weeks, right? So that's a very big deal. The tax credits are 30% from the government, okay, if you purchase solar. You immediately increase the value of your home, and it's also clean energy. And here's one thing I tell people. When it comes to your electric payment, here's a couple of facts about it. Your electric payment is a bill that you have always had, a bill that you will always have, and a bill that will always go up over time. When you go solar, you save some money day one, you lock the payment in, you get a nice tax credit from the utility, from the government, right? And every year that goes by, you save more money than the year before that. I tell my team, it is the easiest sale in the world once you know how to sell it, right? And that's what we specialize in. We show people how to sell it. So the question that I ask here is, what do you see here? When you look at the majority of the homes here, look at this image, right? The majority of the homes here do not have solar panels on the roof. When that question was asked to me, The answer was very simple: opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say the most bold thing that I've said today, and the most bold thing that I will say tonight. I'm about to say it. A billion. I've got a friend who's a billionaire here in California. He says to me, JC, the key to getting wealthy. By the way, that was a key word, wealthy. He didn't say rich, right? Because he's not rich. He's wealthy. A billionaire is not rich. It's wealthy, right? He says, the key to getting wealthy, JC, is to identify where everybody else is going, where the world is going, and get there first. So I said, okay, solar. Do I believe that America is going to go solar? Answer, absolutely. Not only that, when we look at solar, we look at roofing, and we make huge commissions on both, and we could give people these solutions for nothing out of pocket. There's big money. There's a lot of money. We're going to break that down. So here's an example of a customer in California. $287 a month was his average payment. We brought it down to $148. We saved this customer $140 a month. Think about it. It's a bill that he already had. I asked people, how long do you plan on paying your electric bill? I'll give you a minute. Forever, right? You're never going to not pay an electric bill. That's never even crossed your mind. That doesn't cross anybody's mind. I'm always going to pay an electric bill. It's like we all have an invisible contract with the utility company. We're always going to pay that bill. So if you're paying $287 a month and I bring it down to $148, save you $140 right now. I just blessed you. By blessing that customer, there was no down payment. The commission was $6,400. No down payment. A month and a half, 2 months later, he was installed. The person that brought the lead, his name is Anthony. He made half, $3,200. The person that closed the sale, which is called the mentor, he made $3,200 in a 45-minute presentation via Zoom. Okay. Here's another example in Florida. $410 per month before solar, $290 a month after solar. Commission on that deal was $8,200. Person that brought the lead made $4,100. The person that closed the lead was $4,100. As you can imagine, the mentor that closes the lead, that's a pretty good opportunity, right? I mean, those are the ones that I close over in my first 3 years, over 320 of those mentor deals over the course of my first 3 years in the solar industry. It's a beautiful thing because people bring you their mother, their neighbor, their brother, their sister, their brother-in-law, etc., right? We have a tremendous system to do this, and we've been doing this since 2020, by the way. I started in the solar industry during the pandemic. The worst time to start a new business is when I started this industry, and we crushed it. And now we're doing even better than ever before, right? So here's the reality of let's say somebody's payment is only $150 per month for their electricity. Okay, $150. The nationwide average increase on the payment, on the electric payment, is 6 to 8%. That means that if you have a $150 payment now, that payment will be $300 in 10 years and $1,500 in 30 years. If I just lower this customer's payment by $25, we bring it down to $125. I'm going to save them $171,000 over the course of 25 years. But when we show the homeowner, it is hard for the homeowner to tell me no, right? And it just depends, right? Some homeowners see more savings than others. Now, when I read this quote, it really solidified things for me. Energy deregulation will be the largest transfer of wealth in history. I didn't say that. Warren Buffett said that. These billionaires, they know a little bit about how to make money, right? And then, so that's our solar division. We also offer home security. I'm sure everybody here has heard of ADT. We are an ADT nationwide broker. We cover 94% of America with ADT. The commissions here range between $400 and $700 per sale. Okay, so the same person that buys solar, they buy home security. And that same person, guess what? They also drink water, right? And we're going to talk about that a little bit later as well. So we have an alkaline water brokerage. Again, we have a couple of different verticals, right? The other one is this. Now, keep this in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Does this mean that you have to offer everything that we offer if you decide to work with us? No, you don't. Some people may say, I just want to focus on one of these things. That's perfectly fine. You have the option to offer this as well, right? So here's some of the benefits of alkaline water. There's a lot of benefits. It's not only alkaline water. The reason why it's alkaline, as a matter of fact, is because of how clean it is. And I'm going to break that down. But the type of water that we put in our body has effects on us, right? There's a lot of effects. And most people, if they could see and get their water tested, and there's ways to test the water, I tell people you cannot unsee that. Look at the pipes. This is an example of some of the pipes that the water that we're brushing our teeth with is going through. The water that we're bathing in is going through. And we show people, we literally have people that we've got testimonies of people that say, my eczema is a lot better, or I used to get very ashy skin. Now it's significantly better. My hair is growing back. Like, it's a wonderful thing. Now, obviously, the water that you shower in is not alkaline, right? There's different levels of it, right? The water that we drink is, right? The water that we offer. So here's what the system does. We offer people the system, and it does reverse osmosis to the water. So basically what happens is that it purifies it to the highest quality. However, reverse osmosis in and of itself isn't the best thing for the water because it's like chemotherapy. It takes out all the good and all the bad. So you don't want it to take out all the minerals, right? So that in itself is not enough. So sometimes you hear reverse osmosis, people think, oh, it's clean water. No, it's clean of all the good and all the bad. You're drinking dead water. So what the system does, stage 2, is that it adds 3 of the most important minerals to the human body, which is calcium, potassium, and magnesium. Now, here's what happens. A union of these minerals makes the water alkaline, hydrogenated water, like nature intended. It is the cleanest water you can drink, and is less expensive than bottled water. The average family is spending between $50 and $100 per month on bottled water. So our Rolls Royce of alkaline water is the Alka 75. Okay, that goes under the counter. It's a very simple installation, and it is the cleanest water that you're going to drink. When financed, the average payment is $43 to $59 per month on average. If the credit isn't too good, it might be $75 per month, right? But it just depends, right? The other one is a cheaper unit. It's a countertop, $28 to $49 per month on average when financed. Again, this is cheaper than what people are already spending for bottled water, okay? The whole home water filtration system, if you want to get not just the water I drink, but the water I bathe in. I want my whole house to have the cleanest water available. I want the whole shebang, $80 to $130 per month when financed. This is, by the way, those two are only available. The last one is only available in California and Texas as of right now, okay? Now, in summary, this is our high-ticket brokerage: residential solar, commercial solar, home security, and water. So there's a couple of ways to get paid. I'm not going to break down every single way to get paid, for time purposes, but I'm going to break down some of a few ones. So first and foremost, we pay commissions on personal sales, right? You make 70% of the profit on any sale that you make. So when we're talking about solar, the average profit on a solar job is $10,000. That means that 70% or $7,000 will be your commission. So you introduce somebody, $10,000 average profit. The company says, hey, 70% belongs to you. However, your first 3 sales have to be done 50-50 with what we call a mentor. So that these are training sales, your first 3 sales. You don't have experience, right? So somebody helps you design the proposal, prepare the proposal, price it out, etc. Do everything that needs to get done. They present and close the deal. Half of the commission goes to you, so $3,500 in this example, and $3,500 goes to them. Now, that position is called a mentor. That is a very coveted position. We have a gentleman in our team that closed 28 of these mentor sales in 1 month. So do the math. 28 times $3,500 is a pretty penny. So again, your first 3 sales are done with a mentor. Once you do that and you complete 5 more on your own, you now become a mentor yourself, right? You have to pass a certification, but once you do that, you're a mentor. Here's an example of a mentor commission splits. Let's say you help 4 consultants close their first 3 training sales, right? You help 4 consultants close their first 3 training sales. That's 12 sales. 12 sales times 3,500, that's $42,000 in commissions for the month, right? Now, this is a hypothetical example. Is every mentor closing that many sales? Absolutely not. Are there mentors every single month that close that many sales in our company? Absolutely yes. Every single month, there are mentors in our company that are closing 12 sales or more. There's some that are closing 20 sales a month. It just depends, right? There's some that are closing 2 a month, right? So again, that all depends. Now, all of that to say this, I realized a long time ago, the leverage, the way that I retired my mother when I was 29 years old was through a broker opportunity like this. I knew, listen, people are looking for an opportunity. Not everybody's looking for an opportunity, but there's people looking for an opportunity. So if I'm a broker, like a real estate broker, if I'm a broker and I introduce other people to an opportunity that makes sense for them to make more money, and I get paid overrides for doing that, now I don't have to invest that much time into the business, and I have my income potential increases drastically. So everybody starts off as a consultant. You earn a 20% override on anybody you introduce. So this is where the recruiting comes in, and it's optional. So let's say, for example, you are a consultant. You introduce Michael. Michael gets started, makes a sale. He makes $7,000. You made about 600 to 1,000. Then you rank up to manager. You get a pay raise, director, executive director, so on and so forth. So I'm going to give you some visuals. So let me give you an example. Let's say you end up building a team, right? You decided, hey, you know what? I know some people that are looking to make some extra money. I'm going to build a team. And let's say your team grows to 10 people. You didn't bring 10, but you brought a few that brought a few. It grew to 10 people. Let's say all these 10 people made one sale. In that scenario, you're a manager with our company. Let's say 4 of those sales came from the people you introduced. The other 6 came anybody they introduced. Your overrides, your broker overrides in this scenario are about $6,300 for the month. This is no personal sales that you made. These are, you grew a brokerage. Some of them helped their neighbor, their friend, their family. It could have been solar. It could have been fixing their roof. If, for example, we have a division, your roof is messed up because of the weather. We could get insurance to pay for it. Nothing out of pocket. You just pay the deductible. That's what's out of pocket, the deductible. But you get a $20,000, $30,000 roof for free. And the commissions are very similar, between $6,000 and $10,000, right? So it could be solar, it could be roof. We're not even talking about water sales or security sales. In this example, 10 consultants all help one person. Average commission there is about 6 overrides there. It's about $6,300. What if you actually made a sale yourself that particular month as well? Well, you add an extra $7,000 to that. You're at $13,300 in commissions that particular month. Now, this is not going to happen month 1, ladies and gentlemen. But even if it took a year for some people to get to this point where they earned $5,000, $6,000 in overrides, would that be okay? There's some people say, look, JC, if I close 3, 4 deals a year, I'm happy. That's an extra 20, 30 grand a year. That's good. And yeah, if I introduce some people here and there, that's fine. But people need a new roof every couple of years, especially in like places like Texas, right? With the hail, right? People need roofs more frequently in Texas than they do here in California. America's going solar. People need home security. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not selling the latest bug juice or skincare product that's phenomenal. I'm nothing against those products. But I love the fact that when I offer the products that I offer to people, they are products and services that people recognize and people really need and people look at as a professional product or service. Let's say that same team did 2 sales instead of 1, right? They all just got motivated that particular month. That same 10 consultants made 2 sales instead of 1. You have $13,800 in overrides in that hypothetical example. I've got a gentleman who is still a barber, as a matter of fact, never did solar, never did sales, never did any team building business. Right now, his team is about 50 people. He made 14 grand last month. So now he's closing deals himself. His team is closing deals. He's making a residual income, a passive income. He got started a little bit less than a year ago. He's been connected. He wanted to learn the business. He says, look, at my barbershop, he owns a barbershop, right? He says, at my barbershop, I'm dependent on my barbers showing up. And sometimes if barbers quit, they don't pay the rent for the station, I got to cover it. And I'm only limited to, I've got a limit to how much money I can make. Depends on how many barbers I've got working. He says, this here has a tremendously bigger potential. So anyways, that's the example of 10 consultants doing 2 sales each. What if you added a sale yourself? Well, you add an extra $7,000. That's $20,800 in earnings that particular month. So, ladies and gentlemen, how do you start a business with our company? You can start your solar business, your water business, roofing business. You get to pick 149 month one and $49 a month thereafter. Pretty simple. If you want to offer everything that we just covered, plus the rest that I'm going to cover for the next 5 minutes, if you don't want to just pick one and you want to say, I want to offer solar, security, water, everything that we offer. I want to get my website, my back office, my training, my certification, right? I recommend that you do the builder pack. One night is $50 more. $199 month one and $99 per month. By the way, if you refer 4 people, you pay no more. I wish Netflix and Amazon Prime had something like that. Refer 4 of your friends and we'll waive your Netflix payment, right? Or your Amazon payment. If they had, I guarantee you, if they had something like that, I wouldn't be the only one that did it. I think a lot of people would have done it, right? So the builder position, for the next 5 minutes, I'm going to spend time talking about the builder position because this is where I'm going to talk about the extra membership benefits. I'm going to talk about the residual income. I'm going to talk about how we bring in not only successful, but licensed professionals that show us how to be real entrepreneurs and set ourselves up. Because my partner, he's been in financial services 15 years. He became a millionaire at the age of 29 or 30, around the same time. We've known each other for 15 years. But he did it in the financial services industry. He says, JC, we know we're going to get people that make a lot of money with this, but it's not enough to offer people a way to make a lot of money, because how many times have we seen real estate agents or people in network marketing or people in crypto make a lot of money, but then a couple of years later, they lost it all. They did nothing smart with it. What good is making the money, but being poor in the mind? So we've got to educate people and give them the tools so they can start setting themselves up for retirement. So that's where the Smart Money Club comes in. So the $99 membership has the Smart Money Club membership. This is like an entrepreneur university. Not only do you have the videos and the curriculum recorded, but every Wednesday, as a matter of fact, it's actually happening right now at 5 o'clock Pacific. This happens every Wednesday for all of the builder that are members. And there's a lot of people on these trainings. So sometimes we get a credit expert. We have a credit expert. There's a credit course on how to have good credit. How should you pay your credit cards? What is the limit that you should have? The basics, the fundamentals. And then if some people say, listen, I don't have good credit. Now I know how to get good credit, but I don't have good credit. In the Smart Money Club, you have a AI credit repair software. With this credit repair software, you can fix your own credit for free. If you have a family member, a friend, a son, mother, daughter that has bad credit, you can fix their credit for free. So it's a credit repair software and education. It also shows you about tax planning, shows you how to be your own bank. Ladies and gentlemen, the richest people in the world are their own banks. The richest people in the world earn the interest on their liabilities and their assets. This is stuff that is not taught to the rest of us, and this is certainly not things that our teachers at public schools taught us, public nor private. How about to set up for tax-free retirement from licensed financial experts that show you, hey, I got my money in a 401k. What should I do? Everybody's situation is different. What does it look like? And you can book a consultation with them to show you what to do. If you start making an extra $5,000 a year, $20,000 a year with this business, what is the smartest thing for me to do with my business with this extra income so I can retire by this age? So we have a financial retirement planner. It's a software that you enter. This is the date that I want to retire by. And how much money do you need to retire by then? This much money. The system literally tells you, number one, if you're on track to do so. Number two, if you're not on track, it shows you here's what needs to get done in order for you to get there. Or you're not 10 years away, you're 20 years away at the rate that you're going. And they show you how to do it, right? On the business mastery, how to set up the proper structure, right, for tax purposes, establishing corporate credit, gaining access to capital. So we have a department that shows businesses, and if you're not a business, you can set yourself up as a business by establishing corporate credit, building that credit. Now you can get access to capital anywhere from $40,000 to up to $1 million in capital. And guess what? We show other businesses how to do that as well. It's phenomenal, right? The difference between good and bad credit and so on and so forth. I cannot do this justice, what comes with the Smart Money Club. And this happens every single Wednesday. And if you miss it, you can watch the recording through your portal. So you can see, you can book an appointment with the financial planners so they can look at your individual situation to help you get to whatever your goals are. Now, Additionally, as a member benefit, you have basically a travel agency in a box. You have access to travel at discounted rates. Like I'm talking about, you can save up to 70% on your travel. So if you're going to go to Cancun, or if you want to go on a vacation once a year, right, you can save up to 70% on that vacation. I just went to Las Vegas like a month ago, and it was Friday night. I booked the room for Saturday and Sunday, the very next day, right? So Saturday and Sunday. On Expedia and Orbitz and all these websites, it was almost $300 a night for the Fontainebleau in Las Vegas, Nevada on the Strip. There's three of them. There's one in Paris, one in Miami, and one in Las Vegas. So we stayed at the Fontainebleau. Everywhere else was $290 to $300. Through our portal, it was $155 for the exact same room, exact same dates. So the travel automatically, also discounts to over 50,000 restaurant brands, 150,000 retailers. It's just like we could create a company with this alone, ladies and gentlemen. But here's what happens: the $99 membership. This is one of the benefits of the $99 membership. At your 1 year anniversary, 12 years later, you actually get to redeem a vacation that's worth more than the $1,200 that the membership cost you for the year. At the end of the year, you get to redeem a vacation for free. So literally, the membership costs you nothing. Remember, you could refer 4 people and not pay anything. Even if you did that, you still get the vacation at the end of the year, right? As a matter of fact, we're going to add some other slides. This presentation is going to change because we're going to put a bigger emphasis on the membership, because there's going to be even more benefits that are going to get added to the membership. So anyways, I got 2 more slides and we're done. The $99 membership pays a residual income, okay? So if you want to offer all of the high ticket services, solar, security, water, everything with roofs, you want to get the $99 membership, plus you get the rest of the benefits I talked about. And as you build your team, you make a residual income. So when your team reaches a total of 20 people, you're now, and it's not 20 people you introduced. This is 20 people that your team grew to. You're now making a $500 per month residual income. When that team grows to 50 people, 25 and 25, you're not making $1,000 per month, and so on and so forth, right? Now, here's the deal. In my last company, we only sold solar. That's it. That's all we sold is solar. My team grew to 1,600 people. If I had that team here, just my residual income alone would have been $15,000. As you can see, with a team of 500 and 500, that's $1,000, $15,000 a month. That would not include my commissions, my overrides that the team does. My team at one point with that company was doing 130 solar installations per month. I mean, the money from there would have been pretty outrageous. My point is this: we've got something so powerful here. There are people that we all know that tonight are going to go to sleep praying for an opportunity. There's people that are buried in credit card debt that tonight are going to go to sleep and pray to the Creator for an opportunity. And maybe it's this, maybe it's not, I don't know. But I guarantee you, this is an opportunity for a lot of people. We've got doctors, we've got lawyers, we've got single dads and single moms, we've got business professionals, people with sales experience, people with no sales experience, people from all walks of life that are working this business with us. Yeah. And you'll find the success stories from all kinds of different people. We're doing something, we're building something very special, very big. We're helping our customers, right? We've got a customer that we got her solar and a roof for a lot less than what she was paying for electricity. She could not believe that it was possible to get her solar and roof for that monthly payment. The lady was literally crying. She says, JC, before I met you, I used to cry at night because we just bought the house not too long ago. We didn't have the money for the roof, and I didn't know how I was going to pay for that roof, much less get solar plus roof. By the way, the commission on that was like $8,000. And the lady was super blessed, super happy, right? So anyways, if you want to, the builder position, $199. I mean, here's the thing. $199 to start a business. If this thing costs $5,000 personally, I do it all day long. Granted, it would attract less people, but it would attract more serious people. I've got friends that own a small local company that have a $10,000 per month overhead. When they sell a solar job, they make less than what our sales reps make. They only cover a small amount. It's all perspective. So $199 and the monthly membership is $99 per month for this subscription. Refer for, pay no more, and you get to offer everything. Of course, all of the training, all of the support, all of the certifications are in your back office. All the tools to be successful are available. So anyways, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys getting on here. I appreciate you guys listening. I'd love to stick around to answer any questions you guys may have. And Jacob, I'll pass it back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, JC. So does anybody have any questions? I know a couple folks came on here at the end, and we can catch up if we need to, but anybody who heard the information, have any questions for JC? Like I mentioned earlier, JC is the president of the company. I've known him for quite a few years now. And whenever you talk about, right, like in social media, they say check the receipts and things like that. I've come across a lot of people who don't check out, but I can tell you, I've said it before in open forums and social media, JC Ringhouse is legit. So when I decided to go back into solar and follow this pathway, it made no sense more than it does to join JC and this company and this opportunity, which he's presented tonight. So now's your opportunity. Speak to the man. Ask him anything you have. Any questions, folks?
First of all, Jacob, thank you very much for the kind words. That's awesome. So Heather is asking a question in the chat. By the way, if you guys want to ask in the chat or if you want to unmute yourself, feel free to do so. Do we have personal discounts?
I think what she was asking, JC, was she had asked me this morning when we were speaking if she wanted to do solar on her own home or alarm or water for her own residence.
Yeah, so the answer is yes, you do get personal discounts, right? So there's a code that we can enter to give you a discount as a consultant. Obviously, the discount that you get as a consultant also ties into your commission. So keep in mind, you could sell yourself as well. So you make a commission. So you count as your own customer. So you can get a discount plus make a commission on yourself. So the answer to that is yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How do you get your leads?
Great question. So we train on it all, right? So first of all, the first thing that we do is we teach people how to contact the people that they know, right? Who do you know that drinks water? Who do you know that has an electric bill, right? Or maybe interested. So we teach you the scripts on how to talk to them. Just like it's no different than if you were to become a real estate agent, right, Christy? If you were to become a real estate agent, it'd be a good idea for you to let all your friends, family members, church members, or whatever organizations you are a part of, to let them know, hey, check it out. I got my real estate license. If you know of anybody who wants to buy or sell, please keep me in mind, right? Something like that. So we have the first place you start is letting people know that that's what you're doing. Same thing if I open the restaurant. I'm going to call Christian. I'm going to call Jacob. Brother, just want to let you know, man, I'm having a grand opening for my restaurant. It's a brunch place. It's delicious Mexican food. Come check us out sometime, right? And I'm going to make as many of those phone calls as possible. And it blows my mind how many people, because I'm a sales trainer as well. So I do sales trainings for Century 21, Remax, a bunch of real estate companies. And it always boggles my mind when I do a training like that. I ask the realtors, like I'll point at somebody randomly. How many people would you say know that you're a real estate professional? Like off the top of your head, how many people know beyond the shadow of a doubt that you are a real estate professional? You'll be shocked at how small that number is. And I teach my people, you got to get 200 people to know as soon as humanly possible that you are in this industry. Once you get 200 people to know that you are in this industry, you cannot stop people contacting you with questions and referrals. It's impossible. So number one is your warm market. The other one is we also show through networking events like BNI groups, Chamber of Commerce, social media. A big one is real estate professionals. So we have scripts and trainings on how to call real estate professionals. We even have leads that you could purchase of real estate professionals that said, I'm interested in opening up a solar division. Send me information and have somebody call me. You could literally purchase these leads, call them so you could recruit them. And guess what? When you recruit them, those leads are your leads. Does that make sense? And as you could imagine, real estate professionals, they They have the ideal clientele. CPAs, loan officers, realtors, roofers. I mean, the opportunity is there's so much opportunity, but the key is it's like anything else. It's a new career, right? You got to learn it, and it takes time to learn. But there's people that they're like, I got a guy that made 3 sales his first 6 months. Not bad, right? Made 10 grand. That's not like a ton of money, but he made $10,000. He says, JC, my first 6 months, I was because he says, I wouldn't plug into the trainings too consistently. I was kind of goofing around. But after 6 months, I really understood this. And I feel very confident now. But he made $10,000 his first 6 months. Is that the worst thing in the world? No. But now he's very confident. He now closes his own deals, right? Now he's more motivated, right? Because he's making money, right? So, but now he closes his own deals. So before he was splitting the commission, now he closes. He doesn't close for other people yet, but he closes his own deals. He says, bro, I don't see how I'm not going to close at least 3 deals a year. So that's an extra 20 grand in addition to my full-time job. And keep this in mind. This is how and I don't really mean every, but 95% of real estate agents start the same way. They start part-time. They have their job, they start part-time. When they start making sales, getting experience, then eventually they leave their job and do it full-time if they want to. This is no different, right? But I will say this. There's 50 real estate agents for every 1 solar professional. There's 50 real estate agents. There's like 100 real estate agents for every water professional. Some people would argue selling the water system is easier than selling the solar. Okay. Now on the roof, where are you guys from? Is everybody here from Texas? Yeah. Okay. First of all, we could offer roof nationwide through insurance claims. Imagine having a conversation with somebody. Hey, have you ever got any damage on your roof? Do you know if you have any damage on your roof from the weather? Because I just started working with a roofing company where we actually can replace your roof through insurance, and all it costs you is a deductible. It perks people's ears like crazy, right? And there's people for a long time that have been making a lot of money with doing that. But the bigger opportunity for me, I always look at it from a broker opportunity. I know people that are looking for business, for ways to make money. And if I introduce them and I override any sales that they make, that is like my biggest months in direct sales. This industry is over $300,000 in income for the month for like 6 months straight, right? I promise you when I tell you the following, I don't say that to impress anybody. That's not what I make now. That's not what I'm saying. That's how much I've made. That's my record, right? I only did that because I had a team. So that is the opportunity that we offer people here. Yes, people need what we have. Not only customers, but people are looking for an opportunity right now more than ever before. So anyways, that's my long-winded answer.
Yeah, everybody here, JC, on the call tonight is all San Antonio. San Antonio came in strong. Yeah.
Nice. San Antonio is a beautiful city. I've been there a few times. Great food
I'm
too.
from
Yeah.
Any other
And
questions?
ladies and gentlemen, I'll say this. Oh, Heather's from Tennessee. There you go. So, funny about Tennessee, I joke with my wife. I always use cheesy pickup lines. I say, baby, you must be from Tennessee. She's like, why? I said, because you're the only 10 I see. She's like, get out of here with your cheesy dad jokes.
Yes.
It reminded me of that. I'll say this to everybody, ladies and gentlemen. We have trainings every Monday. So Monday morning, and they're recorded. So if you can't make it, you can watch the recording, right? So Monday mornings, we have the sales training. So it can be solar, security, water, or just sales in generic training. It can be on how do you generate leads. It can be on BNI or Chamber of Commerce groups, how you talk to people, how you spark the conversation, your elevator pitch, right? It can be specifics about solar, security, water, right? Then on Monday evenings at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so 8 p.m. for you guys in Texas, we have what's called the Millionaire Mentor Zoom. In this training, we talk about accountability. We talk about discipline. We talk about personal development. We talk about how the differences, and only people train on that one that have made $1 million a year. That's all. So my question to people is this. Do you think if you had like a millionaire uncle that could teach you about business, do you think you'd learn something? Of course, the answer is yes, right? We could agree that somebody that makes $1 million a year plus things different than somebody that doesn't, right? So we have those. Those are our most popular trainings. I think we had 177 people on Monday. This Monday, we had like 177 people, if I'm not mistaken, on that particular training. And a lot more watch the recording because some people can't make it, right? We're constantly training people on the business, right? And then we have a recruiting training on Thursday mornings. So Thursday mornings, we do a recruiting training. So for those people that want to learn how to build a team, how do I talk to this real estate agent? How do I talk to my family members to introduce them to this? All of that is trained. First of all, we already have it all recorded. You don't even, you could learn it all through the recordings. But the live ones where you get to interact with people is a lot better, right? So all of the training that you need to be successful, my point is that we have available. Any other questions?
Hey, JC, this is Eric Garcia. We have Heather that said, I don't know if you saw that. Can we get information on all the states we do business in? Did you see that?
Oh, somebody asked that question? Yep.
Correct.
Okay, I will send you over the list of all the states that we're in. So for solar, we're in 37 states. Okay, so I'll send you guys over a list of all the states that we are in. And for the roofing, we are in most states, probably 45 states or something, especially the states in Middle America. Those are the ones that is easiest, right? Middle of America, because it gets in with the winds and whatnot. Look, I'll leave you with this before we get going. We also do commercial roofing. Some of these commercial roofing jobs paid for by insurance, by the way. We have a division that teaches people how to go out and get these, okay? The commissions there can go from 40, 50,000 up to $1 million commissions. There's people one guy made $1.2 million on a commission of granted, it was a huge business, right? Is that normal? No. But I mean, 40,000 is on the low end. The average commission is in the six figures, right? And it's something that I tell people, look, for those of you guys that are doing it part-time, do it part-time. You close a couple sales a year. It's what are you doing right now to add an extra $10,000 a year? That's a question. That's a good question to ask people. What are you doing right now? I'm not talking about blowing it out of the water. I'm not talking about making $10,000 a month. What are you doing right now to make an extra $7,000 to $12,000 for a year? Or what do you have to do at your job to add an extra $7,000 to $12,000 a year? Most people say there's no path to an extra $7,000 to $12,000 for the year in my job. There's not even a path to it. Okay, great. There's a path here. If you're willing to learn, you got to get outside of your comfort zone. You got to add some stuff. You're going to have to block some things maybe from your calendar. I got a buddy that loves to play poker. I said, bro, you got to stop playing so much poker if you want to make more money. Like he says, he wants to make more money, spend more time with his kids, work from home more. I said, well, something's got to give. You got to give up poker. He loves going to the casino. 7 p.m., you can find that dude at the casino. I said, bro, you got to stop that. You got to get trained. You got to do some business. You got to set some appointments for that time. Get trained so you can set appointments, make the money, but something's got to give. But if you don't do nothing, 5 years are going to go by like this. You're still going to be in the same place that you're at, or worse, more debt, and you're going to be 5 years older, and you're going to have less energy than you have right now. So I'm just saying, look, guys, I'm passionate about what we're doing. We're helping a lot of people make a lot of money already, and we haven't even scratched the surface. My recommendation to you guys is the following. Get together with Jacob, because here's what happens. We all have two teams. We have a left team and a right team, and only two teams. So here's what happens. If I bring, let's say, Christian, he goes on my right team, and I bring Jacob, he goes on my left team. Everybody else that comes after Christian and Jacob has to fall either under Christian and Jacob. Has to. So that helps them make money. My point is, the earlier you get in, the better position you will be. And the people that fall part of your team help you make money. That's the way this compensation plan is structured. You don't have to understand the details of how it works. I just told you, right? You could go through the compensation plan training if you want. It breaks it all down. My recommendation is, if you're in a position where, like, yes, I'd like to make more money, I'm not making enough money, or maybe I'm making great money, but I don't have a lot of time. Like, from this very home office right outside here, my 3-year-old son and my 10-year-old son and my wife are out there. When I'm done here, I'm going to go have dinner with them. Then I'm going to take my son to wrestling afterwards. And I work 4 days a week out of this very home office. And it's not about the money. It's about the ability to be able to raise my kids. My wife is a stay-at-home mom. That is what's important to me, and we want to help other people achieve whatever their goals are, right? So, anyways, if there's no more questions, okay, I'm gonna sign off. But I appreciate all of you guys, and I look forward to working with those of you guys that are ready to work with us. We're gonna help you out. You'll learn the business, and let's make some money together, okay?
All right. Thank you, Mr. Angel. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Davis.
Thank you all.
Everybody.